A lot of men will be left with no option than to settle. A lot of men nowadays have got to settle for someone that's below their looks match. Unfortunately, this is what it has come down to. I mean, it's not like before where you would eventually find your looks match. Nowadays, it is so, it's gotten so bad that even finding someone below your looks match is seen as a win basically. But it's hard though. I mean, imagine if you have some imagine that you are gonna live with someone that is basically not in your preference spectrum, so to speak. That's a really it's a really strange and tragic thought, right? Imagine if you would never, for example, date a fat, an obese girl, but now you have no option, so maybe the opportunity presents itself and you will not have any alternatives. Maybe it will come down to like either someone outside of your preference or loneliness forever. Or some men have like the preference of certain phenotypes, but imagine if you have to like compromise that. Like, for example, let's say if you are like European and you've always imagined that you will find someone European, but now the option isn't there, so you have to like JBW Max. I'm not gonna like use some words because I don't want the YouTube algorithm to like shadow ban this video, so I'm not gonna use some words. I'm gonna say like European. I hope you guys know what I mean, and like maybe I'm gonna use words like Southeast Asian and Southern Hemisphere, you know. And yeah, and also maybe some people have like no other option than to date someone that they actually never thought that they will do, you know. I mean, I don't think I think everyone has like preferences, right? But imagine if you like how will you like cope with that? I mean, for some, I mean it's imagine you have to like be with someone that you're not like 100% attracted to. Isn't that a tragic thought? Like you would want to like look forward to like go home after work, or to court this person, your partner, remember like the dates. But if you are like, if you have to settle for someone, I can just imagine from my own point of view, like, I don't think I would be so excited for all these things. I would not like be so excited to do all the romantic stuff and want to learn to know more about her and, court her by like all these things like chocolate and flowers. And she's gonna eventually notice that too, right? And she's gonna like feel your energy. You're not like excited to be with her. I know there are some guys, some lonely men out there who are like hardcore and they will never like settle. They will rather be lonely than to settle with someone they are not like fully attracted to, or someone that's not within their pheno preference, you know? But I don't know, I think it's hard. It's a hard like decision to make. Like, how, if you're like 35, 36, if you're like, if you're not young anymore, the window of opportunity is almost over. It's actually like closing. It's closing in on you, right? So maybe you only have like a couple of years left and then nobody will ever want you. I'm not pretty sure about that though. I think like there is still chance. There's always a chance that you will find someone, but it will definitely be like harder, right? Or you can't like get get chicks from a certain age, the age is also getting like older and older, like who has like girls nowadays, like if you're like 28, you're an uncle for girls that are 18, 19. They would never even, many of them would like see you like some outside of their spectrum. They would never like even consider like dating someone so old, unless they have like a preference for older men, older, stable men. And these girls often they basically they want a father figure. They want someone that can take their father's place, at least from what I have noticed. But these are very, very select few, like a very small percentage of girls actually prefer older, old cells, you know? But generally, if you're like 35, 36, I mean, you're not young anymore. If you're like a millennial, then it's not a far-fetched like decision to make. It's like it's a very it would behoove you to make this decision. Do you want to be like alone for a long time, or would you would you be willing to settle for someone that you are not like 100% attracted to, or someone that's not, that you didn't like imagine yourself be having a family with, you know? Because I know like of some people, some families, they didn't imagine like dating outside of their pheno, because not only because they themselves had a preference, but also because of the pressure from the family. Like their parents might not be able to communicate or culturally be like close to the family of the girl that's from another phenotype, you know. If you're like Middle Eastern and you find a chick that's like from the southern hemisphere, let's say, and maybe your family won't like be able to get too close to them because of the big cultural difference, and it will be much easier for if you are within your culture. If you marry someone within your culture, then your mother and your mother-in-law can like talk about similar things, and your father and your father-in-law have like the same culture. It will be so much easier than if you have like if if there's like totally different culture. All these things like come into play, really. Well, I mean, we do live in a globalized world, so it's not as serious as I can just imagine like 50 years ago or 4 years ago. But it's definitely something to think about. So I don't know what you guys think. What you think? Would you ever be able to or be willing to date someone from outside of your preference just because you don't want to, just because you basically want to have some companionship? Or would you rather be lonely and cling on hope that you will someday find your looks match? Because at this point, like finding someone that's above your looks match is like it's like a fairy tale. It's like fantasy. It will like most likely it will not happen. And actually, to be honest, this never like happened. Even before, it was very rare. All these movies and Disney and this brainwashing has led you to think that you will someday find someone who's like a Stacy, basically, or this is like someone that will like you or love you for your personality. I mean, by now we all know this is just like brainwashing. It doesn't like, it's a very rare. It's not something that you can count with, really. Yeah, but this was just a thought that I had, man. Imagine if you settle, like all the small things in your life will be like, you would not like, it will not like be genuine. Imagine sending like good morning text, good night text, spending hours talking, and these things you will not feel like doing them. I know maybe some of you guys think, oh man, I would do anything, just I don't care, just like I could be with any girl. But to be honest with you, I don't think you would. I don't think it would be so easy for you, like to be to force yourself basically to do all these things that people do with their partner when they are like genuinely attracted to each other. And also there is also this the financial aspect. If you're not, as a man, if you're not truly attracted to your woman, you would not like want to spend the resources on her, right? If you're like truly attracted to someone and you love someone, you wouldn't care like spending everything you got on her for her. But imagine if you gotta do it because you have to, not because you're fully attracted to her. Man, this life is crazy, man. What does it come down to? The dating market is like, it has totally gone out of hand, man. And to be honest, it doesn't look too bright. I don't think it can be. It can. It can get better from here. Basically, the power is fully in the hands of one one half of the equation, basically. Unless you're a Chad, but we all know that by now. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, just a thought I had. What would you do?